another guy fishing at it, and first off, I know someone from school is actually watching my videos, and I was trying to say I'm not skiving, I'm actually very well now. Um, so yeah, today we're going to talk about the bait. I'm not sure if I've talked about it before in my previous videos, or I've talked about it in my big videos. So if I have, this will be part 2, and hopefully it'll be different baits, and how to hook them as well. Because I didn't really explain how to hook them in my last video, which was fishing with my mates at Whitehaven Pier. Another thing, so from rambling on, if I get 100 subscribers, if anybody wants to do a competition or a meet up with me, if I hit 100 subscribers, you can all come and we'll figure something out. But obviously, I'm like freaking 90 away from freaking 100, aren't I? So that's if I hit it. So yeah, I think I'm going fishing on my uncle's boat. It just depends on the weather. So I'll probably record a little bit of that. So let's get right into it. Now, sand eel is a popular bait down south, and it works good for bass. The reason why bass like them is because that it's the primary source of food around their natural habitat, which is but I've caught a lot of my bass around kelp, and so obviously sand eels rise up from the sand when it's high tide, and you get small ones and big ones. Sorry if I'm a bit snuffy, yeah, and they'll just feed on them. And the way that you hook them is probably you need a elastic thread to thread them actually onto your hook and keep them actually stable on when you cast. Now if you saw in my last video, I wasn't actually using that. I was actually hooking them through the spine and actually maybe hooking them through the chin, but I didn't actually explain to you. I said chop the tail off and chop the head off, which it's good for you if you're going for bass or small bass. It's not really good if you're going for like 5-pounders or 6-pounders, but maybe lurking around the piers, around like sunshine in nice weather and warm in the warm water. Another thing is squid. Now it's very popular up and down the country, from Scotland to Wales to Plymouth, from just up and down the country. It's a great source of food for any fish, so pouting, whiting, cod, maybe some bass as well. Just anything really you can catch on there. Squid, thornback rays, undulate rays, spotted eye rays, blonde rays. I think you catch wrasse on them as well, the tentacles and the heads. The body is it's good because it has like a sort of custard in it, a bit like the I forgot what it's called now. It's a bit like squid. It maybe comes to my mind later on in the video. Anyway, squid's got ink inside, and the fish don't really like that, although they'll take it, whatever. It's inside the squid. But the combo bait, or a cocktail bait, as I like to call them, or other people like to call them, is mussel inside squid bodies. So you may just do that, is just stuff the body full of mussels and tie the end up and hook the body. Hook the body and thread it on again. Sorry if I'm not explaining that well. And sorry if the camera angle and that, it's a little bit like dodgy. Because my hands are shaking. So another thing is shrimp. Now you catch a whole load of different species on shrimp. To bass, to maybe even cod. I think they're the only 2 species what you can actually catch on shrimp. I haven't really had any luck, although from a couple of small bass down where I like to fish. I'm actually going to name the name of this beach. It's called Corderton Beach, where my auntie and my uncles live. If you want to check that out, you can. It's near St. Bees, nearly Corder Bridge. It's actually a great bass place and great conch place. I know my dad caught about, I think it was 20 or 30 pounds. Sorry, Daddy, if I'm a bit wrong. It was close to that anyways. I think he said it was double figures anyway. Just because the big rocks, to get to where I like to fish, you have to climb over like big rocks, and even if you when you climb over them rocks, you can usually say peeler crab. I know my uncle's put some tyres out somewhere, I don't know where, I think Cordon or Greystones or somewhere like that. Just get some peeler crab for later on in the year, so like summer and winter. He's gonna use them for like bass and cod maybe. So yeah, that brings on to another thing, is peeler crab. Now, as I just said then, it's good for cod and bass and smooth hounds, undulate rays, spotted eyed rays, blonde rays, thornbacks, like anything really, dogfish and that, and spur dog. Although it's still a good bait, you need a couple maybe on your hook, because some of them are quite small and some of them are actually quite large, and sometimes my birds are a bit mixed up. Sorry. So another thing, what else? I think that's it really. I think that's all the baits what I like to use anyway. I want a quick shout out to DJ Dorgan and Gone Fishing and Fish Rose Angling, I think that's called. Just for the support that they've been giving me. And yeah, I think there's a channel called Tegan as well. I forgot what the actual name of the channel is. She's a mate of mine, what got to school with me. So yeah, if you check them out, subscribe to them. I want Gone Fishing to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, or maybe even before the end of this year. And let's just set a target, and see you later in the next video. I think my next video is either going to be on Saturday or Sunday, when I eventually go fishing for dogfish or smooth hound or anything like that really, anything what swims really. So I'll see you in the next video, and peace.